Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made the Storybook Moments candy bar wrap using the die cuts from the pack of Designer Series paper and the sentiment from the Storybook Friends stamp set. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. I'm going to start with the stamping for this project. I'm going to ink this up with my pecan pie and stamp it right in the center here, like so. And I'm ready to die cut this out. I've got my sentiment cut out using this lovely little die from our online exclusives. It's got this beautiful little stitched edge on it, which is a lovely little detail. And I'm ready to wrap my candy bar. So I've got a regular Hershey's bar here and my Designer Series paper, and I'm going to take my tear and tape and I'm going to add a piece along one of the edges. And tear. If you have a little credit card or a tool like this, it's a quick and easy process to lay it against the edge and tear it off. I've got it burnished, and so I'm going to pull off the tear and tape, lay my candy bar down, and wrap the Designer Series paper around it. I'm going to try to do this straight so that it's got a nice feel to it when it's finished. There we go. I've got that on there, and as you can see, the candy bar can slip in and out. I've got that finished, and I'm ready to use my ribbon, and I'm going to wrap this around and tie a bow. I'm also going to trim the ends. I've got a little bit of adhesive on my scissors here, so I'm not getting the cleanest cut. Just a little tip, if you find it's fraying, like it just did there, go ahead and take some adhesive remover and clean your scissors. The ribbon is now in place, and I can slide it simply by moving it to right or left as I'd like, but I'm going to finish that portion after I get my cute little mouse and sentiment on here. So I am going to place my sentiment down here on the bottom, and then my little mouse, let's see, like so. So I think I'm going to attach this sentiment behind my little mouse first. I'm just going to use a touch of adhesive so I can place that where I'd like. And allow it to dry. Of course, you can use a mini glue dot if you don't want to wait for the dry time. I'm going to flip that over and place my dimensionals onto the back. Now, if you want the sentiment not to hold the ribbon down, you'll want to use maybe some minis and place a couple at the top and bottom so that the ribbon will slide through. If you don't care about the ribbon sliding, you can simply add the dimensionals evenly so that it'll hold it in place, and it'll tack down the ribbon if you do it that way. Let's see, I think my ribbon is pretty good where it's at, and so I'm going to adhere my little fellow in place. There we go. Once I have that in place, I can bring in these beautiful pearls that are part of this suite and just pop a small one here onto the right of my sentiment, and then I think I'm going to take one of the large ones and place it over here, and one of the medium ones right here next to the cup. There we go. I'm going to press those down to make sure they stay in place, and I've got this sweet little candy bar wrap to give a friend this spring. I just love these little die cut pieces that come in the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper. You can make a bunch of these using the different die-cut pieces from the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.